Hey everybody, welcome to the vlog for this week, which is, it might be a heavy one. I'm starting early. It's 8:30, well, late for today, but 8:30 p.m. on August 1st. It's a Monday, 2022. So much to talk about in this vlog. And I think you'll know from the title. I don't know if I may change my mind this week. We might have to for reasons. But I think we're doing our first Final Four episode of Tournament of Toasties. Otherwise, I'm probably making more Last Drive-In hot dogs. But I am gonna take another crack at the hot honey real quick. I went out and I got some new stuff, so I'll make that its own segment here in a minute. So don't forget that we do the time code jumps in the bottom or in the red line. You see the blue numbers if you open up the description panel. You can jump to the things you want, jump back and forth, jump around, whatever you wanna do. Jump up, and then jump down. I don't know how that song goes. Let me make sure Mary, I don't get her. Okay, she put her shirt back on. Sorry. But I will say we have a lot to tell you about wedding and vacation or honeymoon this month. We went crazy, and oh boy, am I gonna live out a bunch of dreams. Mary too.
Crazy, how long was the ride?
Yeah, this is all your idea. Also, real quick, in case you don't hear anything else, if you're interested, like obviously we can't invite that many people to our wedding, especially now. But if you want to learn more about it, just get a sense of it, or just see some cool, fun things, or if you're like some really rich fan that just wants to anyways, point being, we have an awesome little wedding website. If you want to check out buttsbuddies.com, that is B-U-T-T-S buddies, B-U-D-D-I-E-S.com. Don't go to Butt Buddies. That's a very different website. You're gonna hear me make that joke a lot. So anyways, let's get to this vlog. I am gonna try this new version of the hot honey. We'll see what we can do here, so hang on. Okay, so I did dice up a little parsley, as Kevin's suggestion. I've heated up some of the pizza sauce. I'm heating up one of my Italian sausage links, and I just put a hoagie bun in the broiler so we can get it a little crisp. We're gonna basically build the same sandwich. We're just gonna build it slightly different. And I can already tell that that bread is probably good because I didn't treat it with anything, and it was literally like just seconds in there. Nope. You know what? I'm gonna try putting it lower. I know. I'm a little, as you can see, I'm a little stuffed there. This is also gonna get more heat, so minutes seem to do all right for it. I am going to maybe throw it for a few more seconds and heat up these pieces of pepperoni. So we still got the same ingredients we were using. But I just figured since all this stuff is in the fridge and chilled that I wanna kind of bring it back, and doing this one-handed is, I didn't plan this through. I get a bill. Woohoo! I love bills. That's a lie, especially with how much money I spent today. And I'm still spending. All right, anyways, we're gonna throw that in for like another 20 seconds. Don't worry, whatever we really cook this week will be a lot more, sorry for the crazy camera work, a lot more, you know, its own thing. This will all go back together with the cheese so it can melt and whatever. I just wanted to take some of the refrigerator chill off that pepperoni. So again, I would not necessarily put it together like this professionally. I'm just trying to get one that's gonna have like a really good photograph. And I kind of need to check, I don't know how I'm gonna do this one-handed. I need to check this bread. I'm just trying to get some toasting on the inside so that sauce doesn't sog through. All right, that's almost there. Let me give that just a few more seconds. It's definitely getting a little crispy on the inside. Oh yeah, actually 20 seconds might have been a bit much for that pepperoni. I'm gonna build it over here on the pan I'm working with. And you know, we're trying to get one that looks a little more, we're trying to get the build right on it. And then I would make everything from scratch if I was really making fancy ones and all of that, so. Also, this is my dinner, I'm hungry, and then I gotta go watch a new Star Wars trailer. Well, I'm very, very excited about the Star Wars stuff. And I'm gonna get excited about Harry Potter, and horror movies, and Avatar, and Jurassic. I got a lot of fun coming. That's some hinting for you right there. That's probably good. I'm gonna pull this out. Yeah, I see a little bit of toastiness. I didn't want a ton. Didn't want a ton. Okay, I don't know how much of this I can do with one hand, but let's see what we can do here. So we are gonna start with a little bit of sauce on the bottom, as my very awesome chef friend Otter told me. This is also why I kind of wanted to toast this. Trying to keep it from all just sogging through like you saw last time. I probably should have heated up a little bit more sauce than that. Oh well, we'll make it work. My diet's going pretty well too, so I don't want to screw that up. Okay, so we did that. We're gonna set the pepperoni in here. Boom. Boom, and boom. Oops, let me get that in a little bit better. I'm gonna get the Italian sausage link in there. So far, so good. Okay. I might have to put the camera down to do the cheese. So now let's put some more of this sauce on top. Just mush that down a little. Try to leave the sausage so you can see it for the photos, since this is meant to be a neat picture. Actually, I think we might have just done just right on the sauce then. I mean, I have more, I just only microwaved a certain amount. Oh, get over there. And then it was recommended we're gonna put the cheese here because it will help the honey show up more and help it from just melding into a wet mess. So hold on, I don't think I can do this with the camera. You're gonna wait. Okay, so I just kind of shoved 2 slices in here. Hopefully this will flatten down as it melts and we can kind of push this back together some. So we're gonna throw this back in, again, the mid rack, not the top rack, and just the broiler. So this can just melt that cheese. So we'll keep an eye on it. We don't want to burn it. In the meantime, let me clean as I go a little bit. And I have like 1 leftover slice of cheese. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. So now I just need this to melt. Let me grab the honey. Boom. Is it still liquefied enough? Yeah, and it's a little more viscous this time too, so that'll be helpful for getting more of the drizzle I wanted. And at least down here I can see it a little bit more with the oven light. So I just want that cheese to melt down in, and then we'll be good to go. We'll let it cool for a second. We'll hit it with a little bit of this. Or should I honey and then drizzle the Italian parsley? I'm thinking the parsley after the honey. Yeah. But I think we're already on board for having a much better go at this. Again, it was delicious the first time. Mary had one too later that night. So flavor-wise, that was not the issue. It was really just the build order because you couldn't really see what it was and it just looked like a sloppy mess, which, you know, normally doesn't matter, but I'm trying to do something cool here. Let me take a peek. Let's give it just a second longer, but that looks just about right. Those edges were toasting up on the bread a little bit more. So this isn't even gonna be about me eating it. Maybe I'll film that. I don't know. All right. Like 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Beautiful. It's almost crispy. Okay, crisp around the edge. Oh yeah. We're on to something. All right, let me close this off. Go ahead and cancel the lower oven. Okay. Can I kind of mush it together some? Yeah. Whew. That is already looking worlds better than what we had before. All right, let me dress it and I'll give you some fancy footage. And yes, no surprise, Genius Chef Otter was right and Kevin was right for the green. You definitely can see the honey a little better. Now I got some photos, but it's already melding in, but you can definitely see it a little better. And that pop of green really does nicely. You can see the pepperoni, you can see all the stuff, you can see the toasted hoagie roll. So now all that's left is to dig the hell into this sucker. So let me, I guess I'll set up a camera so you can, you know what? Nah, it's really good. It's the same stuff. I don't need to film me eating it, so I'll just tell you if it's any different. All right, I'm gonna go eat it. Okay, that was delicious. It held together so much better. It still was not perfect. It did still kind of sog, particularly by the last couple of bites, and those particular sausages, the skin takes a lot of force to rip through, so I was having trouble keeping the sausage in there. But you can see, it did not leave nearly the mess it left last time, so definitely an improvement. I went to the grocery store late, so I was not able to find like uncut bread, because what I'd probably do is try to get a hoagie roll or something and cut it myself, but leave the backbone much thicker. And then I don't know, I just need to, maybe I could fold it over and flat grill, toast it or something, but flavor-wise, fan-freaking-tastic. And you saw the presentation, it looked a lot nicer, so yay. Okay, now I gotta get all this crap out of my teeth and pour some wine, pick out some trailers, and go to work. And then I can get back to the fantasy land of the wedding and the the vacation, so, or our honeymoon. I'm very, very excited. Now there's so much more to plan. We got to see if we can get tickets to the Pixar Cirque du Soleil show, maybe Mickey's theme park Halloween thing, because the idea of trick-or-treating at the Magic Kingdom sounds awesome. I'll do some more research on, well, okay, I'm giving away way too much. We'll talk about that later in the vlog. All right, that's probably all the vlogging I'm doing today. Hey, there'll be more cooking, we'll get to it. Mary and I are very limited time this week. I watched Andor, I've had a lot of wine. Let's do a quick little unboxing. Again, you can skip around. I can't show you the front of this because I don't have my address label covered, but I got something from Waxworks Records. I know what it is. I'm just excited to show it off. And then we'll do a vinyl unboxing. Much delayed because of, you know, pandemic and whatnot. But here today we have, oh, that's right. Oh, I can just dump it out like this. Oh yeah, I'll pick that up from the floor. We got it, baby. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Complete motion picture score soundtrack available for the first time on vinyl. And this is the subscriber exclusive edition, the end of the 2022 Waxworks subscription, or 2021 Waxworks subscription. There might not be a 2022. They might just start over at 2023. I'm sorry, Mary's in her room folding laundry and Jack is just begging for her. She's been gone all day. There's the fog. Oh, and you may hear clunks. That's him trying to open the door handle. He has learned how to do that. Thank you, Rachel. We get special color. I don't know what it is. I'll look at it later. But yeah, man, that's gonna be really, really cool. And I'm really excited to finally have it. And is that actually the Dickies song, I assume, on the front there? Yes, it even has the Dickies theme song. So that is awesome. It's gonna make me regret not going to Hollywood Horror Nights the year they had them, because I might be going to Hollywood Horror Nights for the first time in my life. I'm also a little afraid. I don't do haunted houses. I love horror movies. But I've seen enough horror movies to know if I was an escaped psycho, where am I gonna go hide? In a haunted house. All right. Although I figure if that's any less likely than anywhere else in the world, it's probably at Universal that it's the most least likely that would happen. All right, so we got vinyl. I'm gonna open it up. This is my subscription box. I have no idea. I haven't really listened to a lot of what they've been sending me. It's weird to me that this is not shrink wrapped. This first one I'm pulling out, there is nothing. There's not a bag or anything. So we got this. What does this say? Disappointer by Kevin Nichols. All right, so it's more of a kind of a 12-inch EP. We'll find out more about it when we read the card. I use Curate. They tie into my Spotify, see what I like, and and my Discogs, so they don't send me stuff I've already got. It's like $40 a month. It actually is like 46 now with extra shipping. Shipping went up recently. Sometimes they send me some incredible stuff though. We got, what is this? Caveman Smash. I like that art. Okay, Fortune Tellers. So we got this album here to check out. Oh, the whole point, I'm trying to get ahead of some of this vlog on a Monday because we have a lot to do this week. And then finally we get Bodega? AAA Endless Scroll. Try to get it. It's hard to get you without reflections. That's why it used to be better to film this the way I was doing it, where I'd take pictures and cut too, but okay. Interesting. I have no idea about any of this from anything, so it is time to get in here. I thought they didn't send me one. That would have been problematic. We got the vinyl card, same art they've been using forever. A handwritten note from my curator this month. Hey Eric, this time around we got you NYC's Bodega with some anxiety-driven post-punk fit for the modern world on their debut record, Endless Scroll. Okay. Next, some atmospheric and lush indie pop courtesy of Brooklyn trio, Caveman with Smash? Or maybe, okay, Caveman with Smash. Finally, Kevin Nichols, Disappointer, recalling the stylings of early Weezer, Superchunk, and other 90s alt rock. Okay, I'm down for that for sure. Enjoy, Lexi. Well, thank you, Lexi. Hopefully I dig it. I just like to show you what vinyl sends me. This is probably all I'm filming today. Okay, welcome to Tuesday. We're gonna finish this vlog up today, I hope. I got a lot to talk about, but let's do this. We're gonna do Tournament of Toasties. I know Final Four, we really wanted to bring in guest judges. Listen, with everything going on, that's not gonna happen. So I'm still holding out to do guest judges on like just the final, you know, like the championship, and I'll make a bunch of sandwiches or something. Don't hold me to it. But now, basically from now until October, I'm probably gonna be insanely busy and swamped You know, between prepping everything for the wedding and then the honeymoon and making sure YouTube's gonna run while I'm gone, or my channel's gonna run while I'm gone. Plus I have other things I really wanna do. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know that we're about to finally do it. Mary just got home. It's later than usual. It is like 7:24 p.m. on August 2nd, 2022. Booked a bunch more stuff. We'll tell you all about that later. Let's cook. All right, you gotta bear with me. It's a little warm. I got my fan going. I can turn it down in a minute, and we got lawn stuff going on outside. Mary got home. She'll be in a minute, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, today we are here. Let's go through the spiel. So I got this magazine. It's mostly soups, but there's 50 great grilled cheeses in the back. Mary and I picked 32, and over like a year or so now, we have been bracketing them down to our favorite ones. And today we start the first round of the Final Four. We have 2 episodes of Final Four, and today is the first one. So this is going to be a little bit of an unfair advantage, but today we are going to pit. I can't believe it has survived this long, but at the same time I can. The diner-style grilled cheese versus the Brie-Marmalade Grilled Cheese. So it's kind of a weird pairing. I don't know where this is going to go. So first, the diner-style grilled cheese. We're going to sandwich 2 slices of American cheese between 2 slices of white bread. Spread mayonnaise on the outside of the sandwich and cook, flipping once until golden. You can serve with ketchup if you want. So that is, you don't use butter. You literally put the mayo on the outside. It works just like butter. It brings a little extra tang. We love it. We liked it better than the butter version. The best way to do that is also put mayo inside the sandwich, but for consistency's sake, we're sticking the way we actually do it for judging. But honestly, the best grilled cheese you can do is a little mayo on one side inside. Do the inside-outside mayo. I still want to play with inside mayo, outside butter, see what we get. But that's going up against the Brie-Marmalade, the shocking winner over the egg waffle. So we're going to spread orange marmalade on 2 thick slices of cinnamon raisin bread, sandwich 2 slices of brie cheese, remove the rind, cook flipping once into our salted butter. So we'll go through the notes here. Hi.
Hi.
So hungry.
I took care of the netting.
Thank you. I was panicking and hangry.
I kind of guessed.
Yeah.
Are we rolling?
Yeah, I'm doing the notes here to tell them the history, and then all I gotta do is cut brie, build, and cook, so this should not take very long.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just trying to find where we started, go all the way back to the beginning. We begin at the beginning. That's the top 16. Oh, that's the picking down of the top 16?
Top 32 is beginning.
Oh, I see. It just doesn't say top 32. That's where I'm confused. Okay, I found it. Thank you. Let me find them on here. So the first time we did this, the classic versus the diner style, right? And the original note, Otter's version, like I told you, mayo inside outside is the best. Winner was the diner style. Eric and Mary agreed. Not a lot to tell you there. So let's see, what did we do in the original first round for the brie? And I should almost have it. It must have been very late in the game. Ah, yes. So the Brie-Marmalade went up against the number 50 Nutella and Banana. The winner was the Brie-Marmalade. Next time, only put marmalade on one side. I think we have even more notes about that, because I think we had it pretty perfect last time. So then when we went to the top 16, it was the bacon and tomato versus diner style. Again, diner style win. Eric had trouble deciding. Mary was still meh on the bacon and tomato. Fair. And then I know we'll go down here to the bottom, because that's probably where it is. Then we had the number 38 Hawaiian versus the Brie-Marmalade. Brie-Marmalade won. Very close. If we make the Hawaiian again, need to heat the ham up first. Also, Hawaiian bread is prone to burning easily. Well, we're not making the Hawaiian, so I'm not too worried about that. And then when we got to the Elite 8, we had the diner style versus the number 40 fried mozzarella. Diner style won. Easy win for dinner for diner style. If we do fried mozz again, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We're not doing that right now, so I'm not going to read it. And then we had the bacon cheddar waffle, number 32, versus the number 48 Brie-Marmalade. Brie-Marmalade won. Sophie's choice here. Insanely close call. And that's all we've got. All right, so let's get this puppy started, shall we? As usual, we gotta just cut up some brie. So let's get this down here. I'll show you my ingredients. It's mostly the same stuff we always work with. It's a different white bread just because that's what I had access to when I got there. But we got some butternut large slices. Got the same cinnamon bread we used before. We got this time some double cream brie, Murray's, Deli Yellow American from Kroger. I got my Tillamook sea salted butter that we'll be cooking in. And we have our Smucker's sweet orange marmalade, I still don't know. And we got some Kraft mayo. I'm new to liking mayo. I used to be really grossed out by it. So just know that I haven't tried other mayos, and I know I need to. Okay, let me, gotta get this cheese open so we can cut it. And if you've never seen this, is your first time here, I'm gonna take my ring off, by the way, just so it doesn't get caught up in things. After the first time trying this and failing horribly, we learned the trick. This is a really smushed out one too, on the end here. The trick to cutting brie, especially if you're trying to like get the rind off and stuff, is to use, I don't know why I went that way, a pizza cutter. It cuts so much freaking more easy and precise than trying to get it with like a chef's knife or something. And again, I always like to remind you, you can eat the rinds, you're typically supposed to. It's just not gonna get ooey gooey melty in the pan, so that's why they say take it off. We're gonna shake it off just like Taylor Swift. Now, I'm gonna make them thick slices because it's supposed to be like 2 slices. And we pretty much tend to do like 3 strips. And that tends to cover what we're working with. You know, basically enough to have what looks like 2 slices of cheese covering the whole piece of bread. And I gotta be careful not to snack too much on the excess here because I am doing really good on my dieting lately. Gotta work on getting that theme park shape happening. Oh, there's Jack crying to get into Mama's room. She'll be out in a minute, buddy. Yeah, you can hear him trying to jump for the handle. We have to lock the bedroom door now. He has figured it out on occasion. Also, your brie is gonna be sticky. Crap. Very sticky, dang. Stickier than usual, that's for sure. I left a little rind down here, didn't mean to. Okay. Oh, I left a little rind up here too. Sometimes the rind gets a little more in. Oh, poor baby Jack. Oh, that's like a really... Try to leave that side facing up because it's wanting to melt all over everything. Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just half that as well. Might make it a little easier to build on the sandwich. Honestly, I should just go ahead and build it on the sandwich. I just realized we only marmalade one side now. So, I mean, I could have, theoretically, if I thought it through, just left a piece of bread out and... Oh, man, this is a very good piece of brie for, like, eating like you would normally eat brie cheese, but this is not being a great hunk for slicing off the rind, because it has a rind that's really going kind of deeper into a lot of the pieces than it normally would. Oh, no. Try not to lose too much cheese on the cutting board. I may have to get a clean cutting board. Crap. Crap baskets, y'all. Well, this should melt real easy. Tell you that much. Feel free to have some of the rind snack there if you're looking for something, Mary.
Yeah, I was bad and ate a bunch of Charlie's tortilla chips when I first got there because I was starving.
Oh, no. Taking care of a friend's cat. On top of all the other insane amount of stuff we're doing. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to dirty another cutting board because I don't have anywhere to put all that right now. We might need to cut some more of it, so I'm just gonna set this one over here for a moment. And I'm gonna taste a little bit of the brie myself. Brie.
Have you fed the kiddos?
Yeah. I fed them at 7. Okay, now we can build.
This mail.
I never got the mail.
I never got the mail. I'll go get mail.
All right, so cinnamon bread. I have a fresh loaf if this is bad, but it looks like this stuff is just lasting forever. So I'm sure this is really healthy cinnamon bread. It's still soft and good. Just trying to get from the center so we get some bigger pieces. Okay. All right. So we're gonna build this one first because it's real easy. First things first, let's go ahead and load up the cheese before it sticks to this thing too much. Might be too late. Okay, good, this is gonna work out. Oh, I missed some rind there, so. I mean, you know, you can just kind of smush it around if you need to, and kind of what I'm gonna do to fill out some of these spots here. There, that is a nice, that is gonna melt everywhere. A bit of brie. I'll just eat that, why not? I gotta be careful. I've been very successful on my diet all week. Very successful. I'm at a really good spot today. So I have to be very careful not just to snack on that brie like crazy. Because part of how I've gotten down is not freaking eating brie and fresh baked bread. All right, let's get our preservatives in here. And you know, you do want a decent amount, but you don't want too much, as we've learned. A little more than that. We'll start there. We can always get a little more. Actually, that might be exactly right. Whoops. I think that might be just perfect. We spread it out evenly. Yeah, I'm gonna call that correct. Oh, crap. Crap baskets. All right. Bloop. Sorry. Already kind of mushing the brie out, man. That brie is just. Is that what I was using to wipe my hands? I guess it was. Okay. Now for the, oh man, I really gotta get this brie out of sight, out of mind. Especially because I am very hungry. Thank the maker, today is the easy one. Although I guess next two cheeses, ones that go against each other, are relatively easy. One takes a little bit of elbow work, but what, I gotta dice an ingredient, mix a couple of cheeses with it. That's it. And then the other one, that's the open face, I mean, that's spread some stuff, you know, I mean, yeah, okay. It's interesting how we've gone through some really crazy, now that I think about it, some really crazy, complicated grilled cheese here over time, yet it's really kind of coming down to some very simple sandwich builds. Okay, I'm gonna actually kind of do the thing where I build this one in the pan, so I don't lose too much mayo transfer. So you just want to get a nice light coat on there, enough to actually cook. Don't worry about the edges too much, it'll just kind of go in the pan. A little bit more on this side. And just a touch more down there. And I get that corner's a little dry. All right, let's get this other one, and then pans go on and we start cooking.
Yeah, this is basically all for me.
That's probably why I wasn't that concerned with the mail myself. I rarely get anything anymore unless it's a bill.
For a package.
But I don't really get packages like I used to, that's for dang sure. Oh, although, well, I can't really tell you that on camera, but I gotta tell you, I got a pretty cool offer I'm probably gonna take up today.
Okay.
But I don't want to say it on here because I don't want to give away in case we don't and make anybody look bad or anything. Okay, we're about to heat up the pans. Just leave that out for a minute. All right. All right. I need to move this so we don't melt it. Crap baskets. Not sure where I'm going to put it right now where the cats won't get to it. How about over here, Eric? That seems like a good idea, other Eric. Thank you. Thank you. Oh no, I'm gonna eat so much of this brie and I really shouldn't. Damn. That is some of the meltiest, like already pre-melty brie. All right, we're gonna go between medium low and medium on that pan. And a little closer to medium on this pan. Do the classic here. That over there. I don't think we're gonna need to dome any of these today. We are gonna wanna prep 2 tablespoons of butter for, you know, cooking the other one. The cinnamon raisin. I word English good. Okay, let me re-separate those 2 lunkheads.
I'm gonna give Mike a couple of beans.
Okay. All right, actually I'm gonna take that heat down just a little bit more, take this heat down just a little bit more. Both the pans are good, so I think we are ready. Oh, except let me have my cheese ready for this so we can get it right on there, not lose time since I haven't opened this cheese yet. And it did say 2 slices, so we're gonna make sure we get 2 nice slices out of here. Alrighty, so we can kind of separate them a little bit. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this in here, let that melt. I guess we should get the camera over so you can see both pans. Put right on the heat. And while that's melting down, let's go ahead and throw a piece of bread down here. Get the cheese on it. And let's get the top bun on there. Or top, you know, thing. We are on medium low for that. Okay. Come on, butter, melt. Melt, butter, melt. Don't want my pan to get too hot, though. Come on, almost. I see you almost there. And by the time I'm ready, so I'm gonna flip and flip. Okay. And ghost butter. Okay, make sure I'm over the flame good. Might take that down just a touch more. All right. Kind of re-secure my mark and cheese. No, not eating any more of that brie. Okay. I'm gonna have this ready. We're wiping down my board here in a second. I guess it's because it's real fresh double cream. Sometimes I buy this brie and it sits there a while. Maybe that's why this is so melty. We're on the page.
Okay.
So dinner served very, very soon.
Okay. And Mike was like, cool. Well, apparently he likes to eat beets every day and he was out, so.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, he brings us fresh garlic from his garden sometimes too, so.
You ever actually tried it?
Yeah, we used a bunch a while back.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, just gotta remember though the, I'm gonna take that heat
It's
down
gonna
just a little bit more.
Yeah, that
the
burns
sugary one
fast.
will burn fast. This one looks like it's about ready for flipping, actually. A little bit more sizzle, give that just another second.
Am I on butter duty?
No. I could probably handle it. I only got to butter one pan, so.
Butter it.
Let's see if we got that. It feels kind of soft though. Yep, that's beautiful.
This is your computer.
All right, this one's good. Look at that. Look at that beautiful mess right there.
It's gotten to your computer.
No. You can try.
I am honestly
Oh, that
impressed
needs-
you do not have stickers on your computer.
Needs a lot more actually. It's nowhere near browning at all. Yeah, well, I like my computer, and my computer is very powerful and very expensive. I don't want to put stuff on it. I've thought about it. I need to kind of twist that and twist it weird. well, it's just gonna be twisted weird.
It didn't look too bad from this side.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fine. It is definitely starting to get ooey gooey. Yeah, unfortunately, this one definitely needs.
I got a water bottle out in the cupboard.
You do want to watch the sugary breads. They will go a lot faster than your typical breads. Okay, even that little bit of time might have been a big difference. No, still could use a sec. Or a minute. So I'm up to close to a medium on that just to make it work. That is dang near finished.
Hi, baby.
Cheese is getting really nice and melty over here too, so I'd really like this to get actually toasted.
Did you hear Jack breaking into my room?
Oh yeah, we all heard it.
Get bonk.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that's enough toasting. If we gotta turn it back over, we'll turn it back over. Shite. Oh, it's gonna. Oh. Shoot. Don't fall apart on me here. They're just starting to droop over here, and I just want to get it back in the pan.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not as bad as it looks.
And this puppy is about ready to come right off too, so got some cheese going down into the pan now. Come on, pan. Come on, butter. Oh, it's coming apart more. Oh, actually, it's got a pretty nice toast on it. Come on, buddy. Ugh, I need to get this one out, so I need you to melt. Melt, motherfucker, melt, motherfucker, melt. There we go, good enough. That one's down, it's getting melty. This bad boy is probably ready to come right out. Shite. You know what, I'm just gonna assume it is. Oh yeah, they got a little toasty on that side. Not bad, not burnt, but we would not have wanted it to go any longer. Okay, this is gonna start melting brie out of it, but it should not take too long. I should turn the burner off, that's smart. Yeah, as you can see, Mary kind of got to that one just in time. It's not burnt, I see like maybe a speck that's a little black though. Alright. We got a little cheese frico happening on the edge, that's nice. Come on, baby. Like, everything's kind of good in here, I just need you to toast a bit. Then we can cut these puppies and do the thing.
Cutting puppies.
Because they're not cats. And then we'll get to filming our review of Secret Pets and telling them all the wedding and honeymoon update, which will be substantial.
Y'all buckle up, it's gonna be a long ride.
Yeah. We have accomplished a lot in a week. All that bubbling is all that brie coming out the back. I did not time this beautifully. Usually I time it perfect when they come off at the same time. Let's just go for it. Let's just call it. Call it right there. Oh my god, look at all that. Look at that fucking melty shit. I got enough of a toasting. Alright. Let's cut them open. And then we'll get them on plates and all that, Mary. So I'm about to probably need your hands here.
Alright.
But I got a sharp knife coming back, so beware of me. Yeah. All right, first let's diagonal this bad boy. Nice.
You want the blue plate?
For that, yeah. Bring it in. All right. And now for this puppy. Ah, crap baskets. I salvaged it.
Ooh, that is, careful, that's dripping down the side.
Yeah. Okay. Woo, all right, let's get you some close-ups. All right, here is your ooey gooey. Well, we're gonna get some cheese pulls or something out of this. That looks really, really tasty. I know it's really, really tasty, but this also looks really, really tasty. It's gonna be hard to go back and forth on these.
Told you we should have a third judge.
No, I mean flavor-wise, because we're going savory, sweet, savory, sweet. No, I told them why we don't have a third judge and what the new plan is, and they gotta bear with us because of all the stuff happening. All right, I'm gonna take a couple photos and we'll eat this sucker. Okay, we need to pick who's getting what. I got something on my screen here too. Okay.
Let's see, I'll take that and...
That one looks slightly more transferable. Oh, you threw it right in the...
Oh shit, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
It's okay. It wasn't the end of the world.
I was trying to just get...
I know, but it's like, now I'm gonna taste orange on my other sandwich. No, it's fine, it wasn't that bad.
I'm gonna taste orange on your other sandwich anyways, you don't clean your palate.
After the bites. All right, anyways, look at this beautiful thing. Remember, we pose if we get pulls.
Okay.
Pose for pulls, pull poses. Oh, fuck, that's good.
I mean, this really is your classic.
I mean, if you want a grilled cheese, you want this. If you're craving a grilled cheese, you want this. Yeah. Oh, man.
Now for something completely different.
Oh, boy, I don't even know how to get my hands around this puppy. So melty. Jesus. Yeah, it's gonna get messy. All right, here we go. No pull. Here's a face, make a face. Fuck, that's really good too, though.
God, so apples and oranges.
That's the problem, yeah. I was sitting here thinking, these are both spectacular. I think what we need to do is we need to define what is our goal? What are we trying to decide? What are we claiming this the best? Is it, are we just, is it like the best grilled cheese? Or is it the best sandwich? Because I think that would make a difference to me. I think the Brie-Marmalade is like the best sandwich between the two. Because it's got something else more interesting going on. It's not, it's a little bit complex, but it's still kind of simple. Whereas the best grilled cheese is the grilled cheese.
But they're both technically grilled cheeses.
Yeah, technically. But if I'm craving a grilled cheese, I'm gonna go for that grilled cheese. If I'm craving an interesting sandwich, cheesy sandwich, I'm gonna go for the dessert marmalade. And I think we are going for grilled cheese, so I think I'm leaning, by that criteria, and you can make up your own mind, but by that criteria, I'm leaning towards the grilled cheese. The diner classic.
See,
I could be talked out. I'm just telling you where I'm coming from right now.
I just feel like...
Jack. No, no, no.
I think
back.
the... Are we done with the cat drawing?
Trying.
Okay.
Who you want to talk?
I think the more accurate way to look at this is, what is the best of the 32 sandwiches we started with?
But best by what definition? These are both fantastic. That's my thought. Because these are both great. I would love to have these all the time, both of them. But I also think this definitely is more dessert. Whereas when you think of a grilled cheese, you think of like a dinner or lunch or whatever, but you think, something, you think savory, you don't think sweet. Unless you're getting fancy with it. That's my thinking, I think. But that's just really good.
No, the thing is, if we are going by that definition, then we might as well just stop the competition here because...
No, because some of the things this could go up against could still be very much a grilled cheese, a dinner grilled cheese. However, I think I've also just decided on my own now that I had both of them. I like the taste of the classic more than the other. It's very close, but I think I just prefer that taste because I'm more of a savory guy, not much of a sweet guy. Although that other, like I said, the Brie-Marmalade is fantastic, but the cheese is subtle and it's more about kind of the fruit and the sweet. Whereas that classic grilled cheese, the cheese really is the damn star.
Okay, I'm going to give you this. The Brie-Marmalade is the type of grilled cheese you'd have for your brunch.
Yeah. Or like stoned out of your mind at 3 in the morning. That's true of any grilled cheese, yeah.
So, I guess I'm going to almost begrudgingly, because I really do like the other one, give it to the diner grilled cheese.
Okay, well.
We're using your parameters.
Well, I mean, again, even outside of my parameters, I just decided that I like that one better. So you're saying you actually, just flavor-wise, you actually like the other one better?
A little bit, but again, it's not one. There are more situations where I could probably eat this, whereas the other one's so sweet that they're gonna be like, oh man, I cannot, you know?
Yeah, but also too, I think as I'm thinking this through, and I mean, I'll take the win, but I mean, it'd still change your mind. But I do feel like, I guess really, since I was talking about the criteria of our judging, it really is a criteria of what do we prefer flavor-wise. So we are kind of begrudgingly on slightly different sides, but but I mean, if it's so close for you, but I clearly have a thing, I guess we could just call it classic. And I think it was just more of an unfair advantage of like the dessert sandwich that made it into the final four. There's an unfair disadvantage. All right, comment below if you agree with any of that or not in terms of our thinking, and maybe we'll rethink it, I don't know, in our infinite amount of time. But we have so much more to do tonight, so I need to clean this kitchen up. And dishes. Not that bad, not that bad. Helps I didn't have to run my coffee pot, so. Gotta get these running so Mary's coffee pot will be ready because she's gonna go in the office tomorrow. Whee, what else? Need to turn my fan back on, need to put the bread away. Need to clean up this popcorn maker, put it away soon. So much recycles I gotta rinse out. Tomorrow's trash day. Oh, but I think it's about 1:30, so Mary and I can start telling y'all some fun stories. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Where is Mary? Where has Mary gone? I see no Mary. We need to review DC Super Pets. DC Leauge. Oh my God! All right, let me back up. So I'm not. I didn't have man. Let me just put it on handheld. I'm tired. I want to hold it. So this is gonna be our no spoiler review.
It's a pet. It has a pet.
No, that's not even what I'm making the face about. I'm making the face of. Do you see this frame? Thank you. There we go. So DC League of Super Pets, the animated Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart movie. Trailers looked all right. It looked like it had potential to be a good time, and you know what? Freaking loved it.
It was far more amusing than I thought it would be.
Yeah, there's a lot more for adults in that movie than I expected as well. And a lot of deep cuts, and a lot of like, if you follow the drama of, you know, DC movies and behind the scenes, there's some real fun references they make along the way too. Some real subtle ones too. I almost want to give one away, but I say no spoilers, and it was one of the better jokes, so I don't want to give it up. Okay, yeah, honestly though, it is. She keeps windows open down here, and it's like 90% humidity, and I've been cooking, and yeah. Anyway, I consider it Florida training. We'll get to that. No, I love when you cuddle on me, but you can't do it when I'm like boiling hot. Now I'm even hotter. Actually, we're just joking about being so busy. been distracted. Leave it at that. So yeah, but the movie, it runs fast. It was never boring to me. I love the villain, Kate McKinnon, actually. You know, that's why I chose this shirt for this. Yes, and now I figured out why I chose this shirt today. Fantastic in it. Some other actors are John Krasinski's a great Superman. Keanu Reeves is a great Batman. There's a lot more jokes than what you got out of the trailers. Animation looks really good. We didn't see it in 3D or anything, so I can't comment on that. For the most part, our audience, it wasn't a super full audience, but it was a nice audience and they were having a good time. We were laughing out loud, a lot of stuff. But Mary and I had some hysterical laugh out louds in there. And again, a lot of it is really just that chemistry of Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. Obviously better in live action, but still translated here, I thought. I will say there is a mid-credit and a post-credit, and they're kind of brilliant. So make sure you see that post-credit especially.
Oh, yeah.
Although they did miss a trick where they could have had some fun with a reverse casting kind of deal, but when you see the scene, you'll know what I'm talking about. That doesn't ruin anything. I'm getting my wine. What do you want to say about it?
Like I said, it's a lot of fun. Kevin Hart surprisingly had some serious stuff in there as well.
I guess there was a little bit, yeah, well, because he's being the bat dog, so you had to be a little bit dramatic.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep the frame balanced. I guess I'd be more like this if I'm trying to keep it balanced. You gotta be slightly off frame.
You can tell me to back up.
I'm having fun. I'm having fun finding new framings, honestly. God, who else was I'm blanking now. It was fun. I don't know what we can tell you. We can't really spoil it. It's not going to be for everybody, and maybe we had the right, mindset. What I was celebrating, so I had an LIT at dinner, and then a mule, and then vodka at the thing. So I'm sure that helped me have a real good time. I didn't have to drive, that's why, and I was celebrating that day a whole bunch of stuff.
I just had curiosity. Did you watch the Nostalgia Critic review?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know some people are not as in love with it as we are, but I haven't really heard anybody thrashing it per se.
Yeah.
Other than the people who thrash everything because that's what makes them money.
Because they have the joy in their heart.
No, it's because that's what makes them money, and they don't care how they affect other people.
I thought you were exploring new framing.
This is my new. Yes, Mary. This was a very good movie, and I enjoyed it very, very much. No, I did. I really enjoyed it. I would definitely see it again. I'm not in a hurry to see it again, but I'll absolutely watch it again. And it's for sure one of those movies that if you're flipping through cable or TV or something, if anybody does that anymore, and it shows up on TBS or something, it's great background noise. You can just watch a little bit here and there and enjoy that. The Turtle has a couple of moments. I did watch Doug because now I remember him talking about this part.
Yeah.
The Turtle had a few really unexpected moments that work really well.
Yeah, his thought was that it was not kiddie enough or edgy enough, and I was like, he wanted to be on one end or the other. I'm sitting here going no, I think it rode the line really well.
I agree with your assessment. I mean, we love Doug. He's an awesome guy, but yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with him there.
Yeah.
I often disagree with most critics I watch anymore, unless it's on cheesy B movies, and Cinema Snob still gets me. All right, well that's that. We have a lot to tell you here in a second. We getting married. South Central Lexington, y'all. I shot a different intro. I didn't roll, unfortunately. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about the marriage. We're gonna talk about the honeymoon.
Now talk about that part of the honeymoon.
I'm almost a little concerned that part of the honeymoon, we're gonna be too damn busy, swamp-assed, and tired for much of that part of the honeymoon. We'll see. But let's update them on the marriage. We have done a lot. Fine, I'll fuck up my angle.
I drift.
I know. Well, here, stand back a little bit, and that way maybe you can drift while you're in the frame. There we go. We just have to talk a little louder. Okay, I have done most of this.
I have to give it to him. He did a lot of work.
And I also have a lot, though I still need her to do that she hasn't gotten to a lot. Mostly in the proofreading.
I've had my own shit to deal with.
Yeah. So anyways, all right, where do we even fucking start? All right, so we got invitations out. Invitations are out. The people we've invited, it's there. People have been RSVPing. They've got till September 2nd. We did kind of screw it up a little bit. I had to learn how to take the freaking spreadsheet of guest names we had, and I couldn't just copy and load in the emails. It wasn't going to work with the green envelope that we used. So they have like their own spreadsheet template. So I had to basically go copy and paste all that stuff into a new spreadsheet and format it to be like theirs, and then upload that, which put everything into the guests. But then I still had to go back in and change some things manually. But we got all that in, and we designed an awesome, well, Mike designed a cover that's an awesome invitation to the wedding, and then we really laid out the back of it and all of that. And it does like this whole animated thing where it looks like an Oscars envelope and opens up, and I picked this perfect music for it that some people have actually complimented on. And it looks like you've been nominated to attend, is how it reads, you know, kind of doing the whole Oscars theme kind of deal, old school Hollywood. So that's really cool. And then of course you get the RSVP, we got the menu in. We told you the menu last time, so it's really neat. And it's neat to watch the tracking side, seeing people come back. But after we sent them all, I realized a lot of people who were listed as couples, who got their emails addressed as couples, I didn't have it in the system correct for them to realize it was 2 people, so they're only getting 1 dinner choice. Luckily, we caught this really quickly and fixed it. At that time, we also caught the fact we forgot to put her parents on the invite list. So we also fixed that.
Have they opened it?
Yeah, they've already chosen chosen and everything. Remember, because you were surprised your mom went for the chicken instead of the, you thought she'd go for the portobello mushroom thing. But anyways, so all of that, and there's more.
What percentage are we at now for respondees?
Like we have, okay, so that's what I was gonna get to. Numbers wise, what we found out, once we added in +1 possibilities and all that, basically we had like 84, I'm roughing the numbers, 84 invites with I think something like 34 possible +1s. Something like a total of 117 or something people were technically allowed to come. Please don't. Only because of waiting. You'll know why I'm suddenly like, I wish we had to spend so much on the wedding. I think you already know from last week, because everything we talked about last week, yeah, we're doing all that and more. Anyways, Mary and her great idea. Okay, so that's kind of the numbers. We got about 23 attending so far, two that are not. One was a wife of somebody. The other is somebody we knew wasn't, but had asked to get an invite anyways. I was like, oh, absolutely. And you know, a lot of people have opened them, they just haven't responded yet because they can take their time. Today we realized too that, my God, it might be more than this, but we need at least like 19 reservations at Azure for our rehearsal dinner. It might be more than that. I'm like, oh my God, that's gonna cost a pretty penny too. Yeah. But that's fine. So, what we also found out, what also stressed me a bunch that weekend when I was trying to figure out all the invites, because we told everybody we'd have them out on the 31st. We got them out on the 1st. So not terrible, about 15 hours later than we wanted. For us, that's pretty good. Especially because we didn't consider, you saw us do the checklist a while back and like, wedding website, nah. Realized, oh my God, yeah, we absolutely need one because it's a source of information so people don't have to ask us the same questions over and over again. It's a place to have the registry. It's a place for us to link the live stream or whatever we're gonna do with that when that happens. So also had to use that entire weekend building a website.
Which I would have been completely helpless. I may have been able to wrangle the envelopes, or the invitations, but...
Yeah, now we did use a template, so that really helped. So we had tons of options. We went with Zola. It's also where we set up our registry. And the funniest part is we bought a domain for our wedding website. I haven't actually told you the story, so I'll tell you the story. But so you all can check out the wedding website if you want to find out about that. If you just happen to want to give a gift or something, I'm not requiring it. I'm just saying it's out there. Plus there's some fun stuff. We made like a movie poster and everything. So you can go to buttsbuddies.com. BUTTSBUDDIES.com. Make sure you go to Butts Buddies. Don't go to buttbuddies.com. Very different experience. We don't want those gifts. Or do we? But okay, so the story with that, because I never got around to telling you, is my dad's old, like one of his hospital crews he worked with for a while, they became like, they jokingly created Butts Buddies as like their team unit. And they like had a caricature like the Hitchcock kind of line art, where it's the side profile of him. And like had shirts printed up that says Butts Buddies. And now he actually has custom poker chips with that on it, that logo and Butts Buddies. I think
I may have seen those.
So that's why we thought it was I thought it was extra cool that we could get Butts Buddies. And the fact that buttsbuddies.com and .net and .org were all available, I was like, oh, cool. I'm gonna have some fun with that in the future. So there's that story. So yeah, definitely check out that website. I'm really excited about it. I love the
weare.com. Right?
Yeah, weare.com.
Okay.
And I love the title of our wedding. We're doing everything kind of movie themed. So it's not like we don't say the nuptials very well. I guess we technically do, but instead of being like the wedding ceremony or whatever, we are calling it the incredibly overdue, fantastical nuptials of Eric and Mary. So that's pretty cool. But check that out, read the FAQ. There's funny stuff in there. There's even funny stuff in the registry, even if you don't want to buy anything. It can be kind of funny to read some of that stuff. And we're still tweaking it, still adding it. She's not had any time to really go through and proofread. I've tried to proofread what I can, but that always goes really well. And I'm still adding a few more things to the registry.
He is the being of typos.
And for anybody wondering, the way the registry works is it's all basically a cash fund. It's all like a honeymoon and restoration to the house fund. I gave you options of what you want to say we spend it on, and you don't even have to buy a whole of anything. You can put in like $5 towards a lightsaber or something. Every one of the things on there, you could either just pay the whole thing for it, or you can just chip in and people will chip in and get it. But
sort of like group gift sort of situation.
Yeah, but we didn't want to just put up like, here's the one link, just however much money you want to donate if you're giving a gift. You know, so that's why we tried to make it more fun. Like, oh, well, you know, because we know we'll get to it, but we know we're coming home with some lightsabers and some banshees and some things like that. So we might as well see if people want to help ease that burden. So that's kind of what the registry is all about if you want to check that out. And I think, and then today I finally loaded up a whole bunch of local hotels and did my research on, you know, what the pricing is and all of that. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We did have a soup planned. We ixnayed the soup because we were going to end up having to pay extra to rent bowls. And again, now it's like anything I don't have to spend money on for the wedding, I'm not spending money on at this point because, well, let's get to it, I guess. Let's get to the things I'm excited about. So also that whole weekend, as you know, Miss Mary here had the genius idea last week to do Disney World. So she can go to Pandora. I can go to Galaxy's Edge. And we're like, maybe the Star Cruiser. But what we then very quickly found out as I started watching videos and researching things, as I do, is, oh yeah, most of the things that you're gonna wanna do there, you're gonna wanna book them like 60 days out, like restaurants and all that stuff, or you might not get it. And I'm like, looking at my watch at that time, and it's like, oh, we're already under 60 days out. So I spent all weekend looking at all the resorts, looking at all the videos, which are the good ones, then finding the maps and figuring out this is close to that, this is close to that. Here's who's got the best deal, you know, who the better price, but still within reason of getting us something nice for the honeymoon, learning about the Memory Maker Photo Pass, all that kind of stuff. Then I even started looking at Universal, which is way cheaper than Disney World. And then, well, I guess we should just kind of get into. So basically my whole weekend was stressing about that. And then yesterday, Monday, I spent most of my entire afternoon on the phone booking a crap ton of stuff. Still booking some things today. Still have to book some things tomorrow through the rest of the week. But yeah, we decided, you know, we're going whole hog. If we're going, it became a thing of, you know what, all the things say, if you're going for your honeymoon, don't try to nickel and dime. I mean, if you can afford it, obviously, which we're in a lucky enough place, but it's like, don't try to nickel and dime. You know, it's going to be your honeymoon. Make it memorable. Go for it. Splurge on the things. Well, I took that advice a little too seriously. I will not be giving you how much money we're spending, maybe, not specifically, but you don't want to know. I don't want to know. Anyways, so we're going for 2 fucking weeks.
Mom, can you guess?
Best...
I talked to Mom about that.
But yeah, so...
I want to wait until the dates were actually nailed down.
Okay, well it is. So, so we're literally gonna go and we're leaving like a day after the wedding. So we're just right on there. So again, the lead up to the wedding is gonna be stressful because we also have to be preparing and packing to go away for 2 weeks. Luckily, I don't plan to pack like I normally do because I'm not worried about cameras and drones and all that crap. It's really just clothes and room for souvenirs.
I'm like, okay, so I guess, let's see, how much vacation time do I have? I'm gonna take off a few days before the wedding so I can actually get shit together and...
Yeah.
I hopefully have enough to take a day or 2 off once I get back because I will be dead and... We'll
both be, all that walking.
All the stuff will have piled up around the house. Like, it's like, will I still have a garden when I get back?
Well, I get your mom to water a little. She likes to garden. I don't know, just throwing it out there, at least the basics. But yeah, so let's run you through some of what we're gonna do. Like we not joking about whole hog. And we still, now tonight I'm gonna start researching restaurants because we have decided for the most part we're fine with just kind of eating more like fast food and stuff because we don't wanna, even though normally I do like long sit down dinners, that's not what I'm going for necessarily. When there's also like incredible like fast food, get it quickly kind of stuff because that's every bit as creative as some of the more fine dining. But we did decide at least one night we should try and book something. So I'm gonna research like the really romantic restaurants. Maybe we can get something with a fireworks view or something. So at least one like that. And we have a couple of dinners because of other things that are also scheduled. But we are going for 10 days first to Disney and then 4 days to Universal. And I'm not gonna give you all the super details, but basically we also decided instead of picking one hotel, which was giving us very few options, and trying to get close to the things, that we would actually move hotels every couple of days. No, you were thinking it, and then you were surprised that I came down and suggested it. And then, because you were saying I was thinking about that, but I didn't think you'd go for it because of switching hotels. So you were really impressed and surprised that I was willing to switch hotels so frequently.
Is that how that went down?
That's how I remember it. But again, we don't have to switch that much anyways, because one of them we're doing like Beach Club Resort, and it's basically good for Hollywood and Epcot. But we're gonna do the animal park. We got a nice suite with like a great view for her. Do the, all the Pandora stuff. Get her some banshees. And we're gonna do that up front too, in case we get rained out, because we did get the park hopper passes for every day. So if we do get rained out of things, we're trying to do the cool stuff up front. So if we have to go back and try to get it because we missed it, we can. So we got all that going on. That's gonna be awesome. Then we're gonna move more central. And this is so crazy that the Andor series got bumped to September 21st. Because basically September 21st is gonna be my first time going to Galaxy's Edge. And there may be Andor stuff, and for all we know, they might schedule like a communal screening or something. Like I could easily see them in Batuu be like, let's set up a big projector, we'll have all the fans in, so I'm keeping my eye out for something like that. So I finally get to go to Batuu. I get to buy some lightsabers. I've already got 2 lightsaber building sessions and a droid building session booked for both of us. So we're at least coming home with 4 lightsabers, customs, and 2 droids. Put the droids against each other. So that's gonna be amazing. We're both like shifting up. Today I grabbed...
You're shifting way more than I am.
Today I grabbed beautiful, like perfect, best you can get seats. And they got cheaper from yesterday when I was looking. For the Drawn into Magic, Drawn into Life, whatever, the
Drawn to Life.
Drawn to Life, the Pixar Cirque du Soleil show out behind Epcot. So it's like, oh yeah. Because one of the draws for me going to Vegas is Cirque du Soleil show. So it's like, they have one in Disney, and it's, yes please. So we get to do that. And, of course, lots of time at Galaxy's Edge. When I booked, I was not able to get Oga's. Oga's was booked, but I know there are apps that you can watch, like where people cancel reservations closer to time. You might be able to jump on something, so I'll be on that. Still, any tips or tricks anybody has, throw them our way. Neither of us have been to these parks, not since 1990, we discovered. I can't wait to ride Star Tours a whole bunch, all that. We're going to do Genie Plus where we can. That's on the registry if you want to pay for certain days of that. That's one of the cheapest things on our registry. But yeah, so... we booked Galactic Star Cruiser. Yeah.
I actually, I don't think you told me, like, we were looking at one of the cheaper rooms originally.
That's what we stuck with. I didn't try to upgrade because even cheaper rooms, and it's only two nights. And I even told Mary, it's like there's a queen bed in there. Us sleeping together in a king bed is doable, but not terribly comfortable for either of us because of how we sleep. But since it's a queen bed, I'm like, ooh. But I told her, don't worry though. At least one night, I'm gonna try it. For the immersion, I kind of want to sleep on one of the fold-down bunks because that feels more like I'm on a Star Wars spaceship. So, yeah.
He'll wake up the next morning, I am too old for this shit. Crack, crack, crack.
Maybe. I'll get over it though because it'll be Star Wars and I'll have a mission to uphold. Couldn't get to the captain's table, that's fine. We have dinner scheduled on the Star Cruiser. And guess what? They were able to get us a noon reservation when we visit Batuu from the cruiser for Oga's. So we are getting into Oga's. I will try a Dagobah Slug Slinger, see how it goes against mine. I am getting the flight of beers that come in these little Wookiee cups and like a indoor tree forest flight holder that you get to keep and take home. It's really cool looking.
So you're going to have so much crap to bring home.
Well, we're gonna have so much crap to ship home.
I assume there's just a UPS store.
Like, there's all kinds of shipping options, so we're gonna do that for a lot. I told Dad we'll probably ship a lot of it to his house so we can open it before we leave the park and see if we need to replace anything. But yeah, we're doing the Star Cruiser. That's gonna be just I mean, like, listen, it's insanely expensive. It's stupid expensive, but just how can I not, if I'm going to be there, we're celebrating a honeymoon, we're making memories, we may never get to go again. And you know how much I love Star Wars. So, yeah. And of course, she's down for it too. I found out, I forgot there was so much happening. We may still be able to book this if she's interested. But they'll like, one of the things you can do is get your face painted to look like one of the alien species. And she perked up. I was like, oh, well, let's look into seeing.
Yeah, it's just like depending on how it looks.
Right.
I might be down for that.
But yeah, and of course, they got the costume shops out there. So I'm going to buy so many I'm getting tunics and robes for sure. But I just want some, like, I love this idea that I get to go into a store, like, even in the real world today, when I go into a store, I want to find a new outfit. You know, I'll look at t-shirts, I'll look at cargo pants, whatever, right? I love that I get to do that same thing, but it's all actual Star Wars clothes and like Star Wars fashion. That's just mind-blowing to me. And apparently it's not terribly expensive. So very excited about that. I am not planning on coming home with $6,000 Stormtrooper armor. I mean, I want to, but I'm a little tubby for a Stormtrooper. I'm not coming home with the $25,000 life-size remote R2. I want to, but that's actually, that one thing is still somehow more than what we're spending the whole thing. Maybe.
I feel like that's like the Sky Mall Christmas catalog thing of,
yeah,
this is an insanely expensive thing that you can buy, but nobody will.
Some people have. Like, even the first week they sold a few. But that's first week too, so anyway, so we're gonna do that, and then after Star Cruiser, once we land back in the Disney parks, we're gonna go over and basically stay at a place near the near Magic Kingdom and have the last couple days be focused on Magic Kingdom stuff, which I can't say that either of us are like huge fans of, but we do enjoy. And I mean, the magic of Disney, you gotta do Magic Kingdom. And what I'm really excited for is we booked Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, because we get to go in after the park kind of closes early one day, but we get to stay around much later, and they start theming all the rides a little more Halloween, and you get to go around and trick or treat at the Magic Kingdom. And I was like, that sounds like it. It's gotta be fun, right? Oh, and I didn't tell you that it's like got a big Hocus Pocus theme this year because of the new movie.
Sense, yeah.
So that actually brings it even closer into our wheelhouse. And like Disney characters are going to be dressed in costumes and stuff. We can put on costumes if we want. So
well, gee, we'll have already bought some.
I know, right?
I imagine there's going to be a lot of Star Wars running around.
Oh, you know how back when we were first traveling and used to take you to dress shops, and I loved being like, oh, see what you think of this one, what you think you'd model the dresses for me.
How much time are we spending in the shop?
The Star Wars shop's gonna need a mop boy later. All right, so then we're do the Magic Kingdom. We'll have fun. Of course, we want to do like some of the classic rides, like Pirates of the Caribbean, things like that. You know, so that's gonna be a real good time. Then we're gonna head over to Universal for 4 days, which is awesome. That's where I loved. It's not as cool as it used to be right now, but still pretty cool. Much cheaper. We, I kind of lost my love for Harry Potter. Well, guess what? We got the Harry Potter package, and now I'm kind of getting excited about Harry Potter again, and I'm gonna rewatch all the movies. We're gonna get wands. We're probably gonna get cloaks or whatever. We have like special breakfasts we get to schedule.
It's been amusing watching his transformation from Harry Potter. I don't care what that looks. Damn, let's do the Harry Potter.
Well, and here is also, well, I'll tell you this part in a minute, but I mean, yeah, like they have like dragons that breathe fire. We want to do the rides and visit the place anyways, and our interactive wands. There are things in the Harry Potter worlds that you can use them on, just walk in. It's like, oh, that looks so fun. So yeah, definitely doing that. Now, it's going on during Hollywood Halloween Horror Nights, which I've never done because I love horror movies, but I don't do haunted houses because that's where the psychos hide out. But then I kept thinking, man, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I should, if I'm going to be there. Okay, yeah, because you're going to want to hear something I'm about to tell you, because I believe you do not know this, and you're going to be very intrigued. But we're getting there. We're almost there. We're almost through this, by the way. And I was like, I don't do haunted houses, and I was watching videos, and I was like, I don't know, man. That might be too much for me. I'm not sure. But then I'm also realizing, okay, my stupid fear of psychos in a haunted house, the least likely place for that to happen is probably somewhere where everything is so vetted as a theme park versus just random.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's going to be as bad as like the local things that are in an old rundown warehouse, you know?
Yeah, sketchy people that, you know, travel, you don't know who you're dealing with or whatever. Also, when I was watching those videos, I saw people go on the, what they call the RIP tours, which is their VIP tours. And I was like, man, that actually looks really cool, but it's gotta be, it's stupid expensive, I'm sure. Because like, Disney World VIP tours are like something like $750 an hour, and you have to book a minimum of 7 hours. It's like, ooh, damn. So I just assumed it'd be something like that. Well, I got curious. I looked into the RIP tours. They're like $280 a person, which for that is amazing. So long story short, we're going to Halloween Horror Night. We got the RIP tours because we get to go all 11 houses. We get a VIP lounge.
Oh shit, there's 11?
Yeah. I don't even know what they all are. I'm excited to look into it tonight. I'll tell you something here in a second though. But here's what's awesome. We get like a VIP lounge before. I did the scary dinner thing, so we can go do that. We got our base ticket and the RIP stuff. And of course you can still ride all the rides all the way up until midnight and stuff because it's all still open and now kind of horror themed after a certain time.
Right.
And, but what's so cool is it's a group of maybe like 10 people. You can do private ones too. I didn't see that option, but I'm fine since it's not like sitting down or anything.
Yeah.
Where you have your host and they literally walk you to the very front of every attraction. And when you're done, they walk you to the next one. And you just go through like all 11 houses without ever waiting in line.
Now here's what I'm hoping that
That's
if
awesome.
if you have a host that is maybe a character.
It didn't look like it was characters,
Yeah.
but
Okay, that's fine. But I was just thinking, it's like, oh man, imagine you had somebody like a Beetlejuice type of guy.
that'd be kind of funny. So the thing I'm excited to throw out your, so let me tell this other story, then I'll tell you that, because it relates going back to the Harry Potter. When I was looking at Universal and I looked at the package, they had the Harry Potter package, they had the Hollywood Horror Nights package. I was looking back and forth. The Harry Potter package was like a couple $1,000s cheaper, honestly. So I was like, well, you know what, I'll buy the Harry. And then I realized, oh, I can buy the Harry Potter and we can still buy Horror Night tickets if we want. So I bought that. And then today I decided to do the Hollywood Horror Nights. So I mean, it basically costs the same anyways. But so I know we got a Haddonfield going on, so we'll get a Michael Myers house. I'm definitely excited for that. We have a Blumhouse house, which is, I assume, going to be a lot of Blumhouse movies. But I know they're advertising stuff from the Black Phone, which I'm still dying to see. Here, and I don't know the rest, but I do know one. And you're gonna have questions, and I'm not gonna have answers because I need to research. This is what I'm gonna get into tonight as well. So a certain very famous somebody got to do a house this year. I don't know if it's because I think they do some horror stuff in some videos, but I don't know if they made a horror movie or what. But The Weeknd has a house. So I'm very, very curious about that.
Yeah. It should be interesting. If it's the worst thing that one can have is to be boring.
No, it's not gonna be boring. I've seen, like, he made the cover of Fangoria for some makeup stuff that he did. It's like, oh Jesus. So we're gonna do that, and then, you know, we get 4 days, and then, like, so it's a great way. I also thought, what a great way to kick off the Halloween season for us. You know, we get kind of the Mickey Halloween, and then we go into like the hardcore Halloween. You know, and then we can come home and sleep, and it'll be Halloween by the time we wake up. Yeah. So that's what we got so far. Again, tips, tricks, greatly appreciated. You know, I'm gonna research like the best shoes I can get to keep my feet in order. We understand the weather. We're gonna have ponchos. We got plans. We've been planning our park bags already. You know, I mean, we're gonna get some kind of cool transfer from the airport. Our flights are pretty much covered because where we had to postpone stuff in the pandemic, we have vouchers right now. We have to pay a little more if we want to go first class. And I was on the fence. I was like, well, we could save some money. It's a 3-hour thing. But then I'm like, yeah, but it's our honeymoon. It kind of feels right to go first class. But obviously, we're going to go as early as we can within reason in case, you know, airports go crazy. We don't want to spend our honeymoon in the airports.
Yeah.
We got all the protections too, because you never know with all that kind of stuff. I'm not usually one for protection plans, but here I thought it very worthwhile, especially for the price. It's a base price no matter what. And we're staying so long that it's like, all right. But yeah, man, I can't believe I finally get to go to freaking Galaxy's Edge. I get to build lightsabers and droids and get amazing costumes. I get to see the Millennium Falcon. I definitely want to do the Smuggler's Ride thing, but you know, I want to make sure I go with a group that's not going to take it too seriously, because I'm like, can I just sit here and watch? Do I have to fly or shoot things? Like, I just want to ride the Millennium Falcon.
I think you do have to do stuff.
Well, no, I mean, you're supposed to. You go on 6 people and you get assigned a thing. But I'm like, do y'all care if I just suck and just enjoy myself?
Do not make me a pilot or a gunner.
Yeah, like I want to enjoy being on the Falcon, man. I want to just sit back there and yell like, "What the hell am I get out and push?" But yeah, so we get to do. I can't believe I get to do that. I can't believe we're actually doing the Star Cruiser. So when I got on the hold music for the Star Cruiser, I started getting a little emotional because Mary was joking about all the Disney music on hold, but they were Star Wars music when it went over to the Galactic Star Cruiser.
I think it went from like Winnie the Pooh to Star Wars. So.
Yeah, and I realized I was getting on there to book that, and everybody helped me, was great. Was just fucking great. It helped me and super nice.
Were they basically travel agents? Because they seemed to.
Well, they're booking agents at the hotel because I call it direct.
Okay.
I pretty much always book straight with the hotel. I'm sure there are plenty of great booking sites and booking agents that are great, but I've just always been, because I've never really done them, I've always been wary because I tend to hear a lot of horror stories about that. But usually if you book something straight with the hotel people, like they'll fix whatever may be an issue. Mm-hmm. They definitely know it's our honeymoon. We're getting honeymoon badges, maybe honeymoon Mickey ears. We definitely did the photo memory maker, although you can gift that to us on the registry at buttsbuddies.com. Mm-hmm. You see why I'm hawking our registry so bad? Because if you've done any of these things at Disney, you have some idea of the insane amount of money.
Yeah.
But again, once in a fucking lifetime. I mean, we may go back or something, but it would likely be for like a weekend or something, you know?
So we about ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, I think that's that's almost the vlog because I don't got any video game talk. I guess I'll just have to shoot a wrap-up thing and
okay.
Unless I think anything else.
I need to pop outside.
Okay, no, you're fine. All right, that's it. We'll tell you more next week. Check out buttsbuddies.com. Feel free to you don't actually have to give us anything, but I mean, if you got it, and if you're like our super rich super fan out there that's been waiting for an opportunity, just saying, you can also help pay for my next year's Joe Bob's Jamboree. Okay, or buy Mary Banshees. One of a mutant fan. I don't want to call him out because I don't know if he wants to be public, but. So freaking nice. One of the mutant fan people that's not even at our wedding or whatever already bought Mary a Banshee. So
thank you.
Yeah. I was about to say his name. I was like, I just said I wasn't gonna say his name. But thank you. We'll thank you properly soon if this is hopefully before this is out. Okay, let's let Mary go to what she's gotta do. Oh, I need some hydration. I finished my bottle of wine. I forgot. We gotta give you all a cocktail. We're actually getting Mary to bed at a way more reasonable time than we have been.
8 minutes till midnight.
It's still not perfect, but way more reasonable. So we're gonna make this real quick. I looked this up. I have no idea. I thought, let's find something to do with the Midori, the melon liqueur. So we're gonna make what is called a Midori martini. I found this online. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know who it is. You want to do an ounce of Midori, an ounce of vodka, an ounce of lemon juice or lemonade, 1/4 ounce to 1/2 ounce of simple syrup to taste. I'm gonna use my I forgot to get it, but my what is it with the
ginger syrup?
Ginger simple syrup, yeah, ginger and rosemary. I mean, it's not, it's okay. And maraschino cherries for garnish. We're finally gonna open these way overpriced motherfuckers. They better be great. I need to buy regular ones. These are considered like the best. And they're like, but this jar, if I recall, is like $28. We didn't know. I thought it's a jar of cherries. I just bought it, and it's like 20. What?
Where did you get it from?
Total Wine. So I'm sure you could get it cheaper, but apparently what I found out is these are deluxe. These aren't like color, like they don't use color additives and stuff for, you know, to make it more visual or whatever. Like, so I don't know. Anyways, I want to get Mary to bed, so I am gonna do science. I'm gonna do some science because science happens. We have this silly game we play where we spell out sheep. Science happens to everyone every time, people. All right, so I juiced a lemon that is very old, but you know what? It's very juicy.
I thought it was everyone everywhere.
No, you're thinking of everything everywhere all at once. It's science happens to everyone.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, people. Every time. Science happens to everyone every time, people. Maybe it's flex. We don't get to that second E that often. All right, I'm gonna make this a double. 1/4 ounce to 1/2 ounce of ounce of lemon juice. If I have 2 ounces in here, it's a double. If I don't, it's not. I'm a little too drunk to figure it out. Oh no, I don't have 2 ounces. No, Mary. Well, it does say I am doubling. It does say 1/4 to 1/2, and I have 1.5. So that's in.
Okay, well.
That's in range.
1/4 to 1/2. Double is 1 ounce at your max. I'm like, should you give the recipe to me?
No, I'm
and
sorry.
I will tell you what to do.
I keep confusing it with the other thing. A single is 1 ounce. A double would be 2 ounces. It's because the next thing says 1/4 to 1/2, and I keep getting confused.
Okay.
All right, that is my bad. All right, well, this is like 1 3/4. So if you had, whatever, man.
You know, you don't always have to make a double.
Well, this was gonna be like a 3-ounce drink. I'm like, well, that's not a drink.
It's a cocktail.
Cocktails aren't 3 ounces.
It is once you put all the ice in them.
That's the bullshit.
Have you not paid attention to the cocktails we get?
No, I make my own. They're awesome. Maybe that's why mine are better. 1/4 ounce to 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. Well, maybe we'll go a little more on the simple syrup just because it's not as sweet as a lot of them.
Now, like I said, now this may affect things because simple syrup is just sweet. You're putting in sweet that has ginger and rosemary in it.
1/2 ounce to 1. Yeah, but I don't know that you really get that flavor out of it that much. I need either somewhere between 1/2 and 1 ounce. I've
Where
put
you
in
at
just
now?
over 1/2 ounce. That is just shy of 1 ounce. So we'll just go there.
Run with that.
Hmm?
Okay, so we're just running with that. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I don't know. It's an TheEricButts cocktail. I do what I want. Damn it, I'm going to Disney World. Okay, that's sticky. It's
Everyone
sticky.
pays odds if he gets put in Disney jail.
You know me. I'm too nice to get put in Disney jail. Now, at Halloween Horror Nights, if I get too drunk and I'm like, fuck you, I'm gonna survive this horror movie, bitch. That's a different thing. Ounce of vodka. We're doubling. We want 2 ounces of vodka. Tito's. Oh, maybe I should have bought some more. Oh, it's fine. I probably have close to a week's left. People are like, that's close to a week's? What? Shut up. I live my best life. Responsibly. That sounded like I did that as like an ingest responsibly, but listen, functional alcoholic or not, debatable. Am I responsible with what I do?
Oh,
Oh.
I thought that was a rhetorical question.
No, I was asking you in the silence. But I hold my shit. Like, I save it for when, right? Am I wrong? You need to tell me if I'm wrong. She totally left me hanging on purpose. That's what that evil laugh means. Still waiting for an
Oh,
answer.
you're still waiting for an answer. Yes, you.
I know when it's okay to go crazy, and I know when to keep my shit together. That's what I'm saying.
The worst thing it might be that he gets a little overly lusty, but
then if I drink enough, I go past that to where I'm like, what? Okay. My tongue still works. Oh. We're doubling. We're going 2 ounces of Midori. Moving on. I need to make another Mountain Dew Garita. Those are so good. This is a melon liqueur. And I bought a lot of it because Mountain Dew, I'm not a huge Mountain Dew fan, but you know if you're watching the vlog. Okay. I think that's everything, but now we can make this fucking thing. All right, yeah, 2 ounces of vodka, 2 ounces of Midori, 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce and 3/4 ounce of lemon juice, 1 ounce and less than, I don't know, 1 ounce simple syrup.
Anywho, ice and shake.
Ice and shake. Can you, I got it. I didn't think this through. If I put them in different hands. I finished a bottle of wine. Did I tell people that? Honestly, I would be good, but I'm like, oh, I have that thing where I feel like I have committed to, well, I must make a cocktail every time. Honestly, I'm doing this for the vlog. And now I realize that's like, I'm doing it for the vine, y'all. And I'm having a mildly existential crisis of, oh, maybe I don't, if I don't want to make a cocktail, don't make a cocktail.
Yeah.
I mean, I always want a cocktail, but I was going to make something Disney or Star Wars themed, but I didn't have the time or the forethought.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you have something planned out in advance that you want to do, that's one thing. If you are struggling 5 minutes before I need to go to bed to find something, maybe not.
She's correct. Well, there have been nights where some of you may think the extreme of that. There have been nights where I'm literally struggling. Mary, I've been saying all day, I don't know what to make, but I gotta make something.
And I keep going, no, you don't.
Tonight wasn't necessarily one of those nights. I figured it out on my own. I wasn't stressing you per se.
I'm curious about these cherries.
Well, I mean, you're more than welcome to eat a fucking dick. No.
Really?
Sorry. All right. So these are like, they don't use like food coloring and stuff. That's why they're not the traditional.
Like the bourbon cherries I made that one time.
Yeah, but these are just more maraschino. Oh, that is some syrupy syrup. I'm just gonna put one in there because I don't know what I'm doing. I should have left that fork. We'll get you another fork. Let's do this and you can try them and I'll film it. Okay.
I get a tiny fork.
That would have been smarter. It's a beautiful color. I should have put like two.
It looks like Mountain Dew.
Well, it's the Midori. It's that Midori color. Like, look, it's slightly lightened.
Yeah.
It looks like the Mountain Dew in the bottle, not like Mountain Dew when you pour it out.
Mountain Dew changes color when you pour it out?
It gets way lighter than that. Like, that's Mountain Dew in a bottle.
Okay, because the bottle is also green.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Water. I'm gonna give this puppy a real fucking try here.
Barely see the cherry in the bottle.
That's what I said. Is like, if I put more in, is it gonna fuck up the color, or should I?
See the.
Should I just like go ahead and throw some more in so it?
I'd say try it without, and try it and then see if you need to add more.
Well, I mean, is it gonna fuck up like the rest of the drink? I don't know. Let's do it. It did not leave a trail of like jizzy juice through it. That's all. I just want it to be like you see the red in the bottom and then. Shit. That's fine. We'll clean it up. We got things. So yeah, so that brings a little more color. And if they were redder,
tiny.
If they were redder,
shadow.
yeah, and I probably would have put like some of the syrup in, but.
All right.
I mean, the flavors of this should be great. Even with the ginger rosemary syrup instead of
regular simple syrup.
It smells like mountains.
Well, bombs up. Now I can see the cherries in the bomb.
Mmm. Ooh. Fuck, that's really good. Mary might be onto something. That kind of tastes like Mountain Dew.
Which means I may not like this.
Right, because she doesn't, but it tastes like a gourmand Mountain Dew. That's what that tastes like. Like a really high end. Oh, yeah. I know, fucking bug. Ignore the bug. Oh, she's having a second scene. That is a neon fucking green. It looks greener on camera.
It's okay. I wouldn't order it again, but if I had one, I would probably drink it.
Considering you don't like Mountain Dew. But you see what I mean? Like, it's kind of like a...
Yeah.
It has a very fancy melon soda. High-end melon soda.
Yeah, the more I let it sit with me, the more I can kind of taste that, yeah.
Right? And for Mary to even be like she would drink it, knowing that this is not a flavor profile of hers.
Yeah. But I would not order it again. That's...
I would. That's really good. All right. But you could just, I didn't. Well, I had to get that second fork because
that's right, I forgot.
And I didn't get the tiny fork.
I'm not drunk, I'm just tired.
Yeah, no, and she's all right.
All right, so I can just...
If you want, I mean, as long as, don't put the fork back in there since you ate off it, but. I don't know what I'm gonna think about these cherries, so I eat them, but they've been soaked in.
I'm not sure what to think of that.
Well, that's an interesting opinion. I would try one and tell you.
I've had maracchinos before.
Okay.
And it's definitely a different flavor. They're still sweet, but the texture is kind of weird.
Okay.
I really don't know how to describe it.
You can just leave a thing, wherever you. I'm sorry. Interesting. Well, again, they are supposed to be like the less processed.
And that might be it.
There's a reason they're $28 a jar. Not your cookie cutter, which I like. I'm not knocking it. I would like to have the more
see the ingredients.
Cookie cutter version. What did
Candied cherries with Marasca syrup. Marasca cherry is a fruit cultivated and distilled by Luxardo for its renowned maraschino liqueur. So it is 50% candied cherries and 50% mascara syrup. or Maraska. I'm not familiar with that.
I don't know.
For best resort, store at room temperature. Once open, keep the jar closed in a cool and dry place. Do not refrigerate.
Okay, I can go back where it was. Cabinet's fine. But I'm not kidding. Look, even on Amazon, which is cheaper than the store, that very jar, $23.95.
Dang.
They have like giant cans of it. Let's see if can I show you just real quick, and then I'll leave Mary alone. But since we're in the discussion, like regular maraschino, like the things you would more commonly find, even though I haven't found them. Like Kroger, Marazetti. Yeah, they make a lot of stuff. 11 ounce, $6.49. Big price difference, but I can tell it tastes all that difference too.
Yeah.
Anyways, point being, Mary needs to go to bed, and actually, I'm really fucking excited about that. I need a picture. All right. Bye, so I put everything in the computer and edited and rendered. I have the cocktail in this segment left to put in the vlog. It's 1:52 a.m. and I've just been in here just kind of crashing. I think a lot of stress is left off me. I'm still drinking this. It's still very good. But it is 1:52 and I thought I'd be done sooner. I could have had I not just kind of totally crashed out in here for at least a good 15-20 minutes. I'm not gonna watch like a Harry Potter movie or a Disney movie, but I'm afraid I'm just gonna fall asleep. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I need to get up and move around. And I also need to finish this vlog. So thank you, everybody. Sorry if we missed out on some stuff. We'll do some more stuff next week, or maybe not. Obviously, there's a lot going on. I think you heard why. But I'm gonna go. So comment below, let me know tips and tricks for Disney. Yes, website, buttsbuddies.com. Check that out. We're gonna have a great wedding, we're gonna have a great honeymoon, all that and more. Click the thumbs up button, give me the good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. Almost knocked over the cocktail. And remember that we will get through this. We will get through this together. Sorry, I'm just like, this is actually waking me up, because I've got some things I wanted to do wedding-wise. But thank you, everybody. Check out my music, EricButts, anywhere. Go to buttsbuddies.com. I know I said it, but seriously, just check it out. It's pretty cool. Check out TheEricButts.com. I'll fix that website up one day. No, I'm awake. Minions ride. It's gonna be fun. Okay, I gotta go. I love y'all. I'll talk to you later, okay? Bye.